This time, we'll be using two types of yarn. Solid color Morandi 4 for the hat top, and Impressionist Monet for the lace trim part of the hat body. Use a 3.5 mm crochet hook. Now, let's start by beginning the hat top. We'll use one strand of yarn. Wrap around your little finger. Over your index finger, then pinch the yarn tail with your middle finger and thumb. With the crochet hook below the yarn, wrap once from top to bottom, then bottom to top. Hold the yarn tail, then yarn over and crochet 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3 stitches, 4 stitches, 5 stitches, 6 stitches. After completing 6 stitches, insert the hook into the magic ring and pull the yarn tail tight. Then pull through all together to form a 6-stitch loop. Once completed, we'll start the first row with 3 beginning chains. Yarn over. Work a double crochet into the magic ring. 2 loops on the hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, then work another double crochet in the same ring. After completing the double crochets, 2 chains. After 2 chains, begin again in the magic ring. Work 3 double crochets. After completing 3 double crochets, we group them as one pattern set. We need 5 sets total, counting the first beginning chain as 1 double crochet. Next, work 2 chains, continue with 3 double crochets. Two chains. In the first row, there are 2 chain spaces between each set of 3 double crochets. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern sets. Next, we'll join the ring by connecting the beginning and ending. First, make a chain stitch, then yarn over. Insert the hook into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain. Pull the yarn through to create 3 loops on the hook. Pull all through together, and tighten it well. The first round is done. Start the second round. From now on, each round we crochet. We'll add 5 pattern sets. Begin increasing. First, 1, 2, 3. After 3 beginning chains, work into the chain space we just made. The first set counts as 2 double crochets plus the beginning chain, making 1 pattern set. After completing this pattern set, now we have 1 chain space. Then yarn over and work into the next chain space. This round, we'll make 2 pattern sets in each chain space. 3 double crochets, separated by 1 chain stitch between each double crochet. Crochet 3 more double crochets. We've added 1 pattern set at this position, then 1 chain stitch. Next one. Chain stitch. Work 1 set of 3 double crochets and 1 chain stitch. Continue in the same position. Crochet 3 more double crochets. 1 more chain stitch. Next one. After this chain stitch. One double crochet, 1 chain stitch. We've already made 9 pattern sets. For the last pattern set, we'll work it into the first turning chain. This chain space. Remember, every time at the turning chain position, we first make 2 double crochets, then work the pattern set into the next chain space. When we need to increase, we'll add it to the last pattern set into the first chain space. Keep following this pattern. Next, we'll join the round by yarn over after completing the double crochet. Chain 3, then insert the hook into the 3rd stitch of the beginning chain. Pull through and tighten. 1/2 double crochet. Okay, like this. Second round completed. After finishing, start the 3rd round. Whenever we increase, we'll move forward from the previous increase position. Increase in the next chain space. Last time we increased here, this time we'll increase here. First chain 3, then work into the same. First chain space. Increase 3 stitches, then work 2 double crochets. After completing the 2 double crochets, chain 1. Now we'll increase at this position. The chain is in the identical chain space. After completing 3 double crochets, chain 1, okay. At this position, just work 3 double crochets directly. Chain 1, then increase between the next 2 stitches. At this position, work 2 pattern repeats. Then chain 1. Each pattern repeat is separated by a chain space. No increase is needed at this position. Next one. Increase between the 2 pattern repeats from the previous increase. This is the increase position. After completing this round of double crochets, there are 15 pattern repeats in total. Each row adds 5 more pattern repeats. This time with 15 pattern repeats, we'll work a half double crochet into each. Join the beginning and ending with a yarn over, pull through the third chain stitch, 1, 2, 3. For the fourth row, we'll also increase. This time, the increase position moves forward 1 stitch from the previous increase. This time, there should be an increase at the turning chain position, but remember, 1, 2, 3. We increase the first space after the turning chain. We'll save the increase for the very end. So after completing 3 double crochets, we chain 1 and move forward 1 stitch. Okay, first 1, 1, 2, 3, good. Chain 1, chain 1. This time, between the 2 pattern repeats from the last increase, work 1 pattern repeat. After completing 1 pattern repeat, this is the previous increase position, we move forward 1 stitch to increase here. Each time we increase, we stagger the position forward by 1 stitch. Staggering the increase positions makes the circle rounder. If we increased in the same spot every time, it would form a 5-petal pattern. As it grows larger, it would turn into a pentagon shape. To keep it more circular, we stagger the increase positions each time. Now at this point, we need to increase. For the rest of this row, follow this pattern to complete the stitches. We need to add 5 pattern repeats in total. Now we've reached the last increase position from the previous row. After completing these 3 double crochets, we should have an increase at the turning chain position. Check for 1 chain stitch here. First work 3 double crochets forward, then make the increase at this final position. We'll finish with 3 more double crochets at the end. After finishing this row, yarn over and work a half double crochet into the third chain of the beginning chain to join the ends. When starting row 5 after row 4, our first increase goes in this position. First, make the turning chain. Increase here. Work turning chain, 2 double crochets, 1 chain stitch, turning chain, 2 double crochets, 1 chain stitch. Last row's increase was at this spot. Next row we increase beside it, right here at this position. Now we'll keep following this pattern, adding stitches continuously by increasing in the next stitch space beside last row's increase. Add 5 motif groups each time. Continue following this pattern, finishing all the increasing sections. We increase until the 8th row, then the 9th row requires no increases. In every chain space, work 1 motif group. Let's finish this row first. The 9th round is the non-increasing round. We finished crocheting. After completing the last stitch, finish the double crochet. Yarn over. Insert into the third chain of the beginning chain. 1 half double crochet. Join. For the 10th round, we still need to increase. First, complete 2 double crochets for the turning chain. This time let's increase here, in the loop corresponding to the 8th row's increase. We'll add stitches at this position. Actually, you can choose the deepening position based on your preference. Pick a spot. Just make sure you can evenly add 5 increases. We're adding stitches at this position. Next time, we'll increase in the loop that corresponds to the 8th row's increase spot. I'll add the stitch in this hole. Then, for the 11th round, we work even like the 9th round, and for the 12th round, we increase again following this pattern. After finishing the 12th round, we work even for the 13th and 14th rounds, crocheting 2 more rounds. Since the method is quite simple, let's finish these rounds first. If you're not clear, refer to the chart for guidance. Let's finish these rows first. Now that the 14th row is completed, our circle is done. Next, we'll leave the stitches for the back neck section, then work 1 round for us. Then work each round. Still start with 3 chains. After making 3 beginning chains, yarn over in the next chain space. Jump directly from here too. Hook a double crochet in the next chain space like this. See, we're hooking a double crochet from the side of the beginning chain directly into the next chain space. Okay, like this. Work one group of stitches in each chain space. Work like this until there are 6 pattern repeats left. On this side, work until the stitch before the 6th to last pattern repeat, counting from the beginning chain towards this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After completing the double crochets for this row, yarn over on the first stitch of the double crochet in the 6th to last pattern repeat below, and work 1 double crochet. Slant 1 double crochet like this, aligning with the starting position. It's symmetrical. These 5 middle pattern repeats are the back neck section we left. Next, we'll start turning the work and crocheting. Still make 3 beginning chains, then yarn over in the next space. Work 3 double crochets. Next is work the pattern normally to the other side. Now we're working to the space between the first and second pattern, repeats from the end on the other side. Between the first and second pattern repeats. In the middle of this space. After completing, yarn over. In the last stitch of the previous pattern repeats, last double crochet stitch. Work 1 double crochet, each row slants upwards like this. Turn the work. Make 3 beginning chains, same as the first row. Each row slants upwards. This is the third row like this. Each row slants upwards. Actually, we decrease 1 pattern repeat per row. Follow this method for 4 rows. Now it's the third row, we'll work the next 2 rows to completion. We count these 4 rows from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows completed. For these 4 rows, we actually decrease 1 pattern repeat per row. Starting from the 5th row, we stop decreasing. First, make 3 beginning chains. Yarn over, work 3 double crochets into this hole. Three double crochets include the turning chain, making 4 stitches total. Start at this position. Chain 1, then continue the same method, work 1 pattern repeat into each hole. Work to the other side. When reaching the other side, after completing, chain 1, then yarn over and work 1 pattern repeat into this hole. After finishing 3 double crochets, continue to yarn over and insert the hook into the 3rd stitch of the turning chain. Then work 1 more double crochet. For this last pattern repeat, we actually have 4 double crochets here. Next, turn your work. On the outer side, make the beginning chains. Remember to work 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. We need 1 extra chain stitch. Right at this position. Start crocheting. Work to the other side again. Now we've completed 6 rows starting from this non-increasing, decreasing section. After 6 rows, the hat is finished. Once completed, on the next row we'll start the lace trim while switching colors and setting up stitches for both sides. The ribbon requires adding 72 stitches. Start increasing while switching colors. When changing yarn, work the last double crochet. After creating an incomplete double crochet, switch colors like this. Pull the yarn through. You can trim off the solid color yarn now. I'll wrap it to the back and press it down. Make 72 chain stitches. After completing 72 chains, take this stitch. You can place a stitch marker on this stitch. After placing the marker, work 5 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. After 5 chains, turn back and work in the opposite direction. Starting from the stitch marker, count 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook into the 4th stitch, preferably through both strands. Pull through. Work 1 single crochet to form a mesh. Continue working 5 more stitches forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 1, 2, 3, 4 starting from here. Insert the hook through both strands of the loop and work a single crochet. On stitches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. Work 5 chain stitches, then count forward to the 4th stitch, and work a single crochet. Repeat this to make a total of 18 meshes. The last one should reach the starting chain position. We've now completed 18 meshes. Next, we'll work on the hat body. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work into the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's finish this row first. This is up to the space, then complete it. After one single crochet, we'll increase on the other side, which makes it easier to hook the next row's pattern. Now we'll increase stitches at this position in the mesh. First work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 chain stitches, yarn over twice to work a treble crochet. Back to the starting position, which is from the previous single crochet stitch. Insert the hook into the stitch loop. Then thread another yarn from below, yarn over with both strands and draw through, then work 2 loops. Work 2 more loops. Third time work 2 loops. 1 5-stitch mesh with a treble crochet is done. Continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 stitches, yarn over twice, then insert into the 5th stitch of the previous loop's mesh. Insert through both loops below, yarn over and draw through, then work 2 loops again, and 2 loops the third time. That's 1 mesh. Follow this method to complete 18 meshes. 5 stitches, yarn over, insert into the last stitch of the previous loop, thread another yarn from below through both strands. Draw through to hook out 2 loops, these 2 loops, these 2 loops. This directly forms 1 mesh. We'll hook 18 loops using this method. After completing these 18 meshes, the increases on both sides are done. Now we begin the second row of the fan pattern. First, make 3 beginning chains. After making the chains, turn the work. After turning, insert into the first mesh. Work 8 double crochets. After completing 8 double crochets, work 1 single crochet in the next mesh. Then work 5 chain stitches in the next mesh. Work 1 single crochet. Continue to the next mesh. Work 1 single crochet. There are 2 5-chain meshes in the middle. Next, yarn over and work 8 double crochets in the following mesh. This begins the second fan pattern. Continue 8 double crochets in the next mesh. Work 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 2 meshes. Next, work 8 double crochets in the following hole. For this row, we'll repeat 1 fan pattern, 8 double crochets, plus 2 meshes until the end. After working 2 loops, we're now at the last mesh. Work 8 double crochets. After completing 8 double crochets, work 1 more double crochet and yarn over. At the marked position we made earlier. Work 1 double crochet. This double crochet isn't part of the 8, it counts as an edge stitch. Now we begin the second row of the pattern. For the second row, we start with 3 turning chains. Beginners can place a stitch marker here. Next, turn your work, and make 1 chain stitch. The chain doesn't count as a double crochet. Starting from here, first. Work 1 double crochet in the stitch of the double crochet, then 1 chain. Then work 1 double crochet in the second stitch, followed by 1 chain. This entire row works 1 chain in each corresponding double crochet stitch from the previous row. Work 1 double crochet, then 1 chain as the interval. Complete 8 double crochets. After finishing, make 1 chain, then pick up the next loop. Work a single crochet. Then 5 chains. Still the same, work a single crochet in the next loop. Between these 2 fan patterns in this row, only 1 mesh remains. After 1 single crochet, then work 1 chain stitch and yarn over. In the double crochet corresponding to the next fan pattern, work 1 double crochet and 1 chain. After completing 8, 1 chain. Make a single crochet in this loop. 5 chains. Then a single crochet. Next, follow this pattern to complete the row. This is the last pattern, after completing 8 stitches. Still 1 chain stitch and yarn over. Insert the hook into the starting chain of the previous row. Work a double crochet. The third row of the first pattern is completed. This mesh row, this is 1 row, 2, 3 rows completed. Now we start the fourth row. The fourth row is starting chain, still 3 chains. After making 3 beginning chains, turn the fabric over. In the middle we have 2 chain spaces. Then in this row we work front post double crochets. The technique for front post double crochet is yarn over, then insert the hook from the bottom of this double crochet. We go through from right to left. Then work another double crochet. This is skipping 2 stitches. Skip 2 chain stitches and yarn over. Insert from this position from right to left. Then pull through 2 chains. This way we're working on the right side. Now you can see a raised line on the right side. We still work 8 double crochets. After completing 8 double crochets, we make only 1 chain. Pick up the loop between 2 stitches and work a single crochet, then 1 chain. Most importantly, it must be on the first double crochet. Don't mistake the chain loop from the previous round's chain. Be sure to start working on the first double crochet. Insert the hook from right to left under the stitch of the double crochet. Then yarn over. The technique is the same as double crochet, only the insertion method is slightly different. Then 2 chains. On the second stitch, work 8 double crochets. After completing 8 double crochets, make only 1 chain. Then join with a single crochet to the loop, and 1 chain to start working on the next fan pattern. This is called front post double crochet, worked from the right side of the fabric. After completing it, there will be a raised ridge visible on the surface. This creates a more three-dimensional pattern. We continue working downward like this. Here I want to add one more point when working the hat body. You can adjust the number of increases or decreases as needed. It's flexible to add or reduce them. When working this part of the hat body, you can also adjust according to your needs. Work more rows or fewer rows as required. The only thing to pay attention to is this part. Our last row, the 3 double crochets pattern. This row must have an odd number of pattern repeats per group. If it feels too long, when you reach here, if it's not an odd number, you can work one more row. These 2 rows alternate between even and odd counts. Adding one more row will make it odd. After working one row, we start the next round from here. If the stitch count is different, the number of increases needs to be recalculated. Let me explain my general increase method. I used a rather simple approach. There are 41 pattern repeats left in total. First, let's mark the center. We can mark the exact center position. Normally, when arranging patterns, we start from the center. This first row is the net stitch. Our fan pattern usually starts 2 stitches before the center. In each fan direction, we can first arrange the stitches and mark them. Then, every 4 stitches form one pattern repeat, so we can mark each of these positions. I forgot to mention earlier, if you're using the same yarn and following the chart, you don't need to do this. You can skip these steps if you're adjusting it yourself. So we mark every position where we'll work the fan patterns. Because when we crochet the 5 chain loops at the end, each space corresponds to one pattern repeat, so marking like this is quite accurate. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the 4th. Mark it like this. Pay attention to the center stitch. It has to be an odd number, meaning this is the central pattern repeat. Starting 2 stitches before the center stitch, we begin the fan pattern. We count from the middle toward this side. Up to here. Make another mark. When we add more patterns, we start counting from here. We add 4 grid spaces per pattern repeat. For example, if we want to add 5 grid spaces, adding 5 pattern repeats, we need to count up to. Make sure to reach this position after marking the last fan pattern. We'll calculate accordingly. For now, we don't need to worry about this part. For instance, 1 pattern repeat equals 4 grid spaces, and 1 grid space equals 4 stitches. This is how we calculate the starting stitch count. For example, if I'm adding 5 grid spaces, counting forward from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adding 5 grid spaces means 20, so we need 20 grid spaces, actually, 20 grids. But as you can see, after we start from here, there are still 2 grid spaces on the hat body, so we subtract those 2 from the increases. Therefore, we add 18 grid spaces. 4 stitches per grid space, totaling 72 stitches. This is how we calculate the increases. The only thing to note is the double crochet pattern in the last row. 3 double crochets per group, counting 3 double crochets as 1 pattern repeat, must be an odd number. Then, when arranging stitches from the middle row, it has to be always an odd number. When arranging the final pattern, follow this method. After finding the exact center position, arrange outward from the middle to both sides. If you're less experienced, use my method. First mark each pattern position clearly before proceeding. Once marked, then calculate. Let me add this, sometimes friends adjust the stitch count. Of course, if you're strictly following my chart, just crochet exactly as shown. Next, we'll finish the rest of this row. We've now reached the last pattern on this side. Let's count again. 8 double crochets. Here are 2 chains. Then insert hook into starting chain position, and work 1 double crochet. This is the edge stitch. That completes our first pattern group. Now we'll start crocheting the mesh again, beginning the second pattern group. After turning the work, pay attention, we first make 3 turning chains. You can still mark the third chain. After 3 turning chains, we crochet 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. Pay attention again. There's a single crochet in the second space. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 1 space. Crochet single crochets in the next 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move forward. Skip 2 spaces and crochet single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1 more space. Crochet single crochets moving forward. Pay attention to the position where you make each single crochet. Make sure it's accurate. We don't count this. For the first one, we need to crochet 3 mesh spaces in the exact center of each fan pattern, and there's one on the edge. For each pattern, we still need to crochet 4 mesh spaces. Pay attention, after completing 3 mesh spaces, we crochet 5 chain stitches. Note this is 2. At the junction of 2 fan patterns, we have a mesh space before the single crochet. This is a single crochet. Here we have a 1-stitch mesh. We crochet a single crochet in the second space of the second group pattern. Repeat again. 5 stitches, then skip 1 space. Crochet single crochets, 1, 2, 3. Work 1. Skip another 1. So the 4 mesh spaces of the second pattern group are completed, counting from the junction position, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, move to the next one. At the junction position of the patterns, there are 2 spaces skipped. Follow this pattern to finish the row. Each pattern group needs 4 mesh spaces, and make sure to crochet them in the correct positions. After crocheting 3 double crochets to this position, and 1 single crochet for the last pattern. Next, we crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain stitches, then yarn over. This time we insert the hook into the third chain of the turning chain, 1, 2, 3. Crochet 1 double crochet. This rounds. Mesh spaces are completed. Next, we repeat. Crocheting this pattern. Also 3 turning chains. After the turning chain, crochet 8 double crochets in the first mesh space. After completing 8 double crochets, now we repeat the pattern of this row. Keep repeating upwards like this. The first row should have 2 sets of 2 mesh spaces. Pay attention now, every double crochet in this row is worked in the mesh space where the 2 patterns from the previous row meet. This must be at this position. If not, you've made a mistake, and should go back to check. Each time you work this double crochet is in the previous set of patterns where the 2 fan patterns meet. In that mesh space, crochet the fan, work the second fan pattern. We repeat rows 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 rows form one pattern set. After completing the 5th pattern set, both sides slope upwards continuously. Each pattern set added increases 1 more. Each completed set adds 1 more, continuing upwards. We need to crochet 5 sets in total. Now, rows 1 and 2. Next, complete the remaining sets on your own. We've now crocheted 5 fan patterns. Next, we'll work a round of lace trim. Starting from here through this section of the fan pattern, we'll crochet picots. Start with 1 chain here. Then work 2 single crochets. Begin crocheting from the right side. 2 single crochets. 3 chains. Go back to the stitch of the single crochet, insert the hook into the halfway yarn over spot, then into another strand. Pull through together. 1 picot completed. Work 2 single crochets. Picots go on top of each double crochet. Crochet picots on every stitch, first, second, third, then return to the single crochet stitch, insert into the stitch below, into one of the 2 strands. Pull through together. 1 slip stitch. Three loops. It's not easy to pull through all at once, so we'll work it in 2 steps. The finished effect looks like this. We crochet to this double crochet, and the junction point with the previous 2, this spot is 1 chain stitch. We'll work a single crochet on top of it. Then on the first stitch of the next pattern, make 1 chain between the chain ring and the first double crochet. Start the second pattern, repeat. We'll continue like this to complete this side. Now we've reached the head of the pattern on the other side. This is the last group. Still work 1 single crochet here. After the picot stitch, This side is finished. After completing it, we'll move directly to the increased edge of the ribbon side. Continue crocheting, same as before. 2 chains. Same as before. 2 single crochets, then a picot. On this slanted side, we work 3 stitches in each space. 2 picots, 2 single crochets, and 1 picot count as 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now we've reached the first double crochet position of the pattern. After working the last picot stitch, we flip to the straight edge side, and work single crochets directly. Work 4 stitches in the middle of one space. Work 4 single crochets in the middle of one grid. Of course, if you prefer, you can work picots all the way, it's up to your preference. I'll just work single crochets here. Work 4 stitches in the middle of one grid. This is just for the entire edge, plus working picots at the triangle position. From this side, work single crochets all the way. Next, we'll work the back neck section of the hat body. Same as before, let's begin directly. This is for each one. In the middle of each grid, work 3 single crochets after each double crochet. At the turning chain position, work 3 single crochets in each space. At the 5 pattern repeats for finishing, work 1 stitch per stitch. Next, follow the pattern to complete the remaining stitches. At the other ribbon end position, similarly work 4 single crochets in each grid. Let's finish this section first. After completing the last grid, now work the diagonal edge, which also requires working picots. Work a picot at the last stitch position. We'll do it like this. Finish this side first. After working one picot at the end, join with a slip stitch at the turning chain position. Finally, weave in the ends. This color block shawl hat is now complete. For a short hat, you can add 2 tassels like this. Let's talk about how to make the tassel. We're using a 2.5 mm crochet hook. Wrap the yarn, work 5 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After completing 5 chains, thread through the magic ring loop, and tighten the yarn tail. Work 1 chain stitch to form a circle. Next, work 8 single crochets into the ring. 1 turning chain. 1, 2, 3. The turning chain doesn't count as a stitch. 8 single crochets. Join directly with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch to complete the first round. Pay attention to keep the center ring in position without pulling too tight. Start again. 1 single crochet. Work a single crochet increase in the second stitch. Another single crochet. Another single crochet increase. Work all the way around to complete 12 single crochets in total. After completing, insert the hook into the first single crochet stitch, and make a slip stitch. Next, work single crochets 1 for 1. After completing, join with a slip stitch the same way. Continue working this way up to the 6th round. After completing 6 rounds, join with a slip stitch the same way. Next, cut the yarn, leaving the yarn tail slightly longer, about 20 centimeters. Don't cut it too short, we'll need to sew it a bit at the end. Pull the yarn through. This way, one tassel hat is completed. We need to make 2 of these. After completing, we'll start making the cord, which is crocheted with 3 strands. First, fold it in half so this side is about 2 meters long. Or a bit more, the remaining yarn can be used for wrapping the tassel. Then fold these 3 strands in half again. After crocheting these 3 strands together, the single strand connects to the yarn ball, and these are the 2 strands from the previous fold. Leave about 15 centimeters of the yarn tail, and tie a knot. After tying the knot, wrap the single strand from the yarn ball around your hand. Pinch the position of the knot and hold the 2 strands underneath. Start crocheting by threading the hook through the middle of the knot. Then bring the 2 strands from back to front. Wrap them around the hook and draw the single strand through. Wrap the yarn again. Then draw the single strand through. Just like this. This is wrapping with 2 strands and drawing through with the single strand. Continue crocheting the cord to the desired length. Once we've crocheted to 45 cm in length, cut the yarn and pull it through. Leave some yarn tails on both ends. Next, thread both tassels through the cord. From the opening direction. Hook through like this. Pull straight through. Same on this side. Make sure not to reverse the direction. Thread both tassels of the hat through the cord like this. Now we'll wrap the tassels. Wrap around a box or use your phone, whatever works. Leave a bit of yarn in your hand and keep wrapping. I wrapped it 50 rounds. After wrapping, cut the yarn. Tie both ends together. Then take it off. The length of the tassel can be slightly shorter or longer based on your preference. Tie it first. That's how you make one tassel. I didn't cut the yarn of this tassel I wrapped. It's about 8 cm long, which you can use as a reference. After wrapping like this, take this string. You can wrap it according to your preference, holding one string with the yarn tail you left earlier. Wrap them together. And try to pull tight as much as possible. After pulling tight, leave one strand of yarn. Thread it through a yarn needle. Pass it through the crocheted string twice like this. This makes it more secure. Then tie a knot with this end. Tie a double knot to secure it. Then adjust it. If the yarn tail is long, you can pull tight. Wrap it around the head like this. You can wrap it several times. This makes it easier to thread through. In the middle of the hat, pull it upwards. Tuck it in tightly here, pull it down as much as possible and smooth it out. Pull it like this all around. Next, thread the remaining yarn tail from the crochet hat onto a yarn needle. Then, sew from here to the opposite side. Gently sew a few stitches like this. Don't pull tight, pulling too tight will leave visible marks. While sewing, bring the exit and entry points of the stitches closer together. Just sew 2 or 3 rows like this. Sew loosely so that it doesn't leave heavy stitch marks. Finally, just pull the thread through. Lastly, trim off the middle yarn. When cutting, try to pull it straight. Cut after it's straightened. Then use the same method to finish the other side. For the other side, we've already marked this side's tassels, and we need to make 2 of these in total. Let's trim it one last time. It's roughly even, you don't need to cut it too precisely. Just make sure both sides are about the same length. That's fine. These 2 tassel straps are now done. Once finished, we can tie them directly to the pointed tip of the ribbon. One on each side. You can adjust it to be slightly longer, or slightly shorter. Just tie it casually. This looks nice too. When draping it across your chest, you can tie it like this directly. See, tying it this way works too. You can slowly explore its uses. When not in use, hanging it as a bag charm looks nice too.